We're here with the live sew-in chat. It is 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm not really sure tonight how long I'm going to stay, but we'll see if we'll make it to the 11 p.m. Central Standard Time, the 2-hour sew-in chat. We'll see. And go from there. So I'm just going to wait for some people to get in since I went in exactly at 9 p.m. And then I will also pull you all up on my phone. And start reading some of the chat comments. Let's see. Got June Henson here, says, hi T and everyone. Mario D is also here saying hello from friendly Montreal. Teresa McCormick's here saying good evening T and T Quilters. Janice Miller saying good evening T and T Quilters. And Tom Eckery is here saying hi T and everyone. Jackie K from Canada says hello T and all. Hope everyone had a beautiful sunny day like I did. 75 degrees here today. That's awesome. And let's see. Darlene Crosby says hello T and everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. And Darcy Savali says we had a nice warm day in Minnesota today also. Mario says it's high 70s here also. He's in Canada as well. Betsy says, hello, TNT Quilters. Happy Saturday. Hey, Betsy. Billy Witherreed says, hello, waving at everybody. Darcy says, remember to give T a thumbs up. Thank you, Darcy. C-Rack says, good evening, T and quilting friends. How are you holding up, T? Melinda C says, hello, T and quilting friends. You have my thumbs up. Thank you so much. And then Judy also says, hello, T and quilters. Carol Green says hi T and everyone. Joyce Baker says hi T and all the T Quilters. And then Diane 57 is here saying hi T and friends. Deborah Quilts just popped in, says hello T and all T Quilters. So yeah, Connie also came in, says hi T and all Quilters. Hi Connie. Okay. Janet Mackerel, I keep seeing them pop up on the screen since it's a little closer now. She's in saying hello T and quilt friends. Kevin the Quilter says, that right there is the reigning queen of scraps and my friend Miss T. Evening all T Quilters. Hey Kevin. Remo JS says, good evening Miss T and Quilters. Katrina says, hello Miss T and friends. Cynthia Shade says, good evening, T and T Quilters. Hope all is doing well. Remo also reminding people to hit that thumbs up. Tiffany of Tiffany's Quilting Life is here. Says, hello, T and friends. Katrina says that Miss T got your shirt today. Awesome. I hope you like it. And Bonita Nance is here. Says, hey, Miss T, I hope you're feeling better. Hello, everyone. Didi Hansen also here from Michigan says, here to find out if we have enough people for the retreat. If there's a cause for a retreat, did you get my registration? Mary says, howdy all. We are supposed to get 8 days of rain. That's what I think we're supposed to get here in Missouri. So, yep. She's in Kansas, if I'm not mistaken. And Shaquita Pearson says, hi, T and everyone. I am still awake. Yeah, that's funny for her. It's also an hour ahead for her. Sheila Willis says, good evening, T and everyone. So, hi, everybody. Welcome to the live chat. Just a few housekeeping things. I know some people had sent me some emails about retreat, and I'm not sure at this time if I'm even going to have retreat because of life changes that has occurred. So I don't know if I'm even going to be available to do that. Some scheduled things that could be even more things being scheduled could mean that I'm not going to be able to be home to do a virtual retreat. So I have not responded to any of that, and I won't even know anything definitely until like June 2nd or something like that. So I just think that that's not enough time for me to plan it, and I don't want to put my energy in it right now to plan it if I'm not going to have it. So I'm going to postpone that retreat. Hopefully we can do it sometime in the fall, maybe. I don't know at this time, but I don't think that the June Zoom virtual retreat is going to happen. What else? Let me see. Geneva Horner says, hello, Miss T. Hi to you. Dee Dee says, I'm still awake too, but fading fast. Dee Dee says, maybe just postpone retreat for now. We can have it later in the year. That's kind of where I'm going. And Diane says, bless your tea. And keeping you in the prayers, Remo. So yeah, postponing that retreat. And eventually, when I get to my computer to do some desk work, I will confirm with everybody. I'll put everybody into like a group that asked to be included in the retreat, and just inform everybody in one email through a blind copy that the retreat is going to be postponed, and I don't know when at this time. Let me see, what else do I have? It was something else I wanted to tell you all about. I have such a short attention span right now. It's like I didn't even want to come on because I can't even really concentrate. But I'm in my room sewing because I just needed a break. Yesterday was actually my first day sewing. So I decided that I would come back in here today and do a little bit more. So that's why I'm in here. I'm actually working on a mystery quilt sew along. So that's what I'm working on, just sewing parts to that. They're on part number 6. I'm sewing part number 4, I think, right now. So that's what we're going to be working on. It's just little 4-inch units. So the whole quilt top's going to be put together into some kind of a design. So I don't tend to do mystery quilts. I don't tend to like them because I don't want to use good fabric. And then I decided to do rainbow. And I'm not even sure how this quilt is even going to turn out. So it's going to be a true mystery. I may or may not like it, but I can at least say I sewed something during this process. So, Mary says, you're looking skinny, T. It's pretty funny because just a couple of pounds kind of make a difference. I have been on what I told you all was that, I don't know what they even call it now. I forgot what it's called. But it's the diet where you don't eat all day. Like, you start out with, like, you don't eat so many hours from your last meal of the day. And so I've been doing that. And also what it does is it kind of keeps calories down because you're not eating all day. And sometimes I look up and it's 3 o'clock because you all know that I'm on a night schedule. So say I get off of here sometimes on the lives and I eat dinner. But I might eat dinner at 10, 11 o'clock at night, 12 midnight. And then I make sure I don't eat for 12 hours. Well, I get to working when I wake up. And it might be 16 hours before I ate, but I do constantly drink a lot of water, so it's not like there's nothing in my system. I do make sure I have my water cup at all times with water in it. So I'm gonna say probably in a year of just doing that, I probably have only lost about a total of 20 pounds, but I think just gradually taking it off, and then all of a sudden, I think it's just showing a little bit because I met with Kevin yesterday, and he said the same thing. He's like, "You getting skinny, aren't you?" I said, "I ain't that skinny. I still got plenty of fat to get rid of, though." But I think I might end up going on an actual diet now. I have never been on a diet. It's just that I only eat at set times of the day. Or I don't eat during set times of the day. That's probably easier to say. And then I would tend to eat whatever I wanted for the most part. Not eating like excessive. I would just eat whatever I wanted in that meal. But I'm actually going to try to do a diet. So hopefully I can lose the weight I'm trying to lose. I'm thinking I'm gonna start that. Let's see who else is here. Dee Dee says we can have the retreat in winter when weather is bad, as we don't have to travel. So whenever it's fine. Yes. T, I missed Wednesday. What happened, sweetie? I just didn't do Wednesday. Betsy says, get some sewing therapy with some friends. Yes. I do plan to do that. Hopefully I don't have to cancel that. We'll see how that works. Claudette Bettis is here saying hi, T, and everyone. Dee Dee says, no live on Wednesday, I think. Nope, no live was on Wednesday. Angela Stringer says, good evening, Tea and Quilters. Diane says she's working on a jelly roll rug. That's pretty cool. I do have that on my to-do list. Have all the supplies. Just haven't set my little stuff down and done it. Ellen is here saying hi, T, and all quilting friends. Hi, Ellen. Robin Boyd says, hello, Miss T and everyone. Darlene says intermittent fasting. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. And I like that because it's not really a true diet, and then I don't have to think about anything other than not eating. And I will have to say, when you first start that diet, you do feel like you're starving when you got to wait 12 hours to eat, because you kind of start at 12 hours, and a lot of people only eat for 4 hours in a day. Now, I refuse to do that. I do give myself an 8-hour window to eat. And then once that 8-hour window is closed, that's it. But then whatever time was the last meal, if I stopped at 7 hours, I got to go 12 hours from that last time that I ate. So that's why I like it, because it's easy. It's amazing to me that I can keep up when the last time I ate, or approximate time of the last time I ate. So it's an easy thing for me to do. I lost 10 pounds right away, and then it took forever to like get the next 5 pounds off. And then I think the last 5 that I've just lost up to the 20, I think those have just like this year came off. So it's not like I'm really dieting, so I think it's great. And I haven't been doing a whole lot of exercise, but I think I'm going to start back walking as well. But thank you, Darlene, for the name, because I truly forgot it. Let's see. I just had notifications pop up over there. Hold on. Mario says losing 20 pounds is a great thing, T, but that's been like over a year and a half. But I have to say, I don't want that 20 pounds back, because it does make a big difference on how your clothes fit and how you feel. I've gotten used to, like, I'm not hungry at 12 hours. Like I said, I can go sometimes 16 hours if I'm working and not even think about food. So I'm glad that I'm not obsessed with eating the entire time I'm awake, for the most part, because that's kind of what I felt like I was doing, whether it was true or not, you know. Seems like once you start eating, it's hard to stop, especially the junk foods. Sharon Lewis is here saying hi, Tea and Quilters. Mary says, T, what diet are you doing? I think somebody has already mentioned that one. I've already seen. For some reason, Ellen's thing keep repeating the same comment over and over. Joan Elkins is here saying hi, T and everyone. I think you did it in our last chat last Wednesday as well. Tiffany says, okay, T and friends, I'm here now. Had to finish a row before I stopped a bit to watch. I saw Tiffany, well, she's quilting on another quilt now, but I saw some of her videos where she's quilting on the difference on those dressed in plates. Pretty cool. Great job. Dee Dee says, you are such a go person. Maybe you just needed to take it easy for a while. Yep. Katrina says, okay, has anyone had their needle fall out while actually sewing? I hope it's not out of the sewing machine while you're sewing. Diane says, I eat when I get hungry, which could be 1 time a day, sometimes more. I eat what I want, but I stop when I'm full. First thought, normally, I need to stop. Oh, 1 meal a day. So that's what Shaquita's doing. She's doing the OMAD diet. Okay. or that's what she's mentioning. I don't know if she's doing that. Tony says that T, you have to do it intermittently. Change it up. Like do the 16-8, only 3 days a week. Okay. But I'm actually gonna do a diet. I'm gonna limit my calorie intake at this point. So that's what I'm gonna be working on next. I didn't do a diet. I did a lot of walking, etc. That's from Vicky. And that's another thing I want to do. I used to walk all the time, especially when I worked. But once you start working from home, and then the pandemic didn't help at all either. And so it's just hard to get out and walk. And I prefer to walk with somebody over nobody, just because of the way the world is today. So I would like to have a walking buddy. Leetta Bryan is here saying hi, T and T Quilters. Stay away from sugar, not good for a diabetic. I'm not a diabetic, but I am going to be limiting the amount of sugar that I put in my body. I know you're going to get sugar in a whole lot of foods anyway, because it's in fruits and some vegetables that we think are fruits. So I'm just going to be limiting the amount of sugar that I actually put into my body. But I'm not diabetic. C-Rex says, T, my belly would not cooperate, but I will try it again. Yeah, it was hard, but when I first started, I felt like I was starving. And that's where I got into drinking all the water, because you can put the water in your stomach and it kind of helps take your mind off being hungry. So that's where I started drinking more water. I was drinking the bare minimum, or just right under, because I was drinking about 56 ounces of water a day, when you should at least have 64 as a minimum. So when I went on this intermittent fasting thing, then I get so much water I don't even count it anymore now, because I keep my cup full, and I'm in the middle of the night. I get up 2 and 3 times to fill a cup in the middle of the night. So I know I'm drinking good water. I just bought another cup that's a double wall stainless steel, so that, because it's a bigger one, so I don't have to get up as often in the middle of the night. So it holds more liquid. So it's been keeping me filled. And it stays cold, and the ice is cold. So I like those cups. So I appreciate Judy introducing me to those cups. So I've had some similar, but they never really worked how they should have. And it might have been because I put hot liquid in them. And then when you're going in between hot and cold, maybe you shouldn't do that. But I have not put any hot liquid in this cups that I've gotten recently. And the water stays cold in there like over 12 hours. It's amazing. If you put a couple ice cubes in there, it really stays cold. So that's really cool. Tiffany is welcoming everybody joining the live. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Thank you, Tiffany. Darcy says, the easiest time for me to lose weight was in 2003, because I spent the whole year planning my wedding and didn't have time to snack. Yep. And then Tiffany is also giving you a link for the Facebook group. Also, if you're going over there to join the Facebook group, make sure you answer those 3 questions that I ask when you're joining. If you don't answer those, I decline your membership. And that's just to keep the spammers out, because I have been receiving a lot of those lately. So if you don't answer it, I'm not going to go do research to see if you are a quilter. People are stealing pictures and things like that. You got to let me know that you know what quilting is. So, and Tiffany even put down there, answer the 3 questions. I'm just not seeing it. That is too funny. Laughing out loud. I've had my needle fall out of the holder. That was Diane. I've never had mine fall out. I could have broken a needle doing something, but I probably was doing something thick anyway. So, but I've never had my needle fall out of my sewing machine while I was sewing. I've had it fall out of my hand sewing needle plenty of times. Eric Otis here saying hello, 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 Eric, and welcome. Dee Dee says, I gained 30 pounds in the pandemic. And that's where I was really proud of myself that I didn't gain weight during the pandemic, because that made it even harder. And I lost 35 pounds this year. That's from Diane. We talking diet? I'm on the seafood diet. I know. I see good food and I eat. Yep. I have to keep the weight on diet. That's Tiffany with her little skinny self. I eat all I want when I want, yet still struggle to be the weight I am. Yep. Cool Gal says, hi, T and everyone from Maryland. Hello to you. Susan T says, hi, everyone. Good to see you. T and a heart. Thank you so much. And Mary says, I get up in the middle of the night, but not to drink water. I know, but I'm going there too. Tiff, if you eat 3 meals a day plus snacks, you will gain weight. The Quilt Poodle says, what cup is that? Just any double insulated. I'm using this one now because it's a little bigger. This is where the bottom of the cup is. It's normally the size that the cups are. They go all the way up. But this holds so much more water. It's amazing to me that it's only a little difference. But the top is very wide. But it holds more water. So that's definitely my night cup. And Judy sent me a cup. And I just went on Amazon and Googled it. And Wednesday I will be doing... I was going to do it tonight, but I'm actually sewing. I'm going to be doing like haul stuff. Kevin gave me a few pieces of fabric. I ordered a few pieces of fabric, I think. Or I bought because I had a gift card. And I went to a quilt shop that I had a gift card at. So I bought some fabric. I didn't order. I don't think I ordered. I don't know. It could be some of everything. But I'll also talk about the cups I got from Amazon as well. In case somebody is interested. Let's see. For people that are just now coming in, I did announce that I am postponing the retreat that I had scheduled for the 3rd weekend in June. Just because I can't control my time right now. So that's going to be postponed, because I would hate to schedule something, have you all get ready, and me do all the prep work of getting it all organized, and then at the last minute I may have to cancel. I may not have to cancel, but I don't want to schedule something when I'm knowing that I can't control my time right now. Moria says, T's Facebook is very nice. Thank you. Erling Butler says, hi, T and T Quilters. Hope that all is well and being safe. Yes. Sandra Weston says, hi, T and everyone from Maryland. Hi to you as well. Katrina Cliff said, this needle was installed by Shari over a year ago, laughing out loud. Yeah, you need to change needles more frequently than once a year. Anytime I get a new machine or I start using a machine I haven't used in a while, I just go ahead and change it, because 9 times out of 10, I didn't change it when I put it up. The only time I know a needle is new is if I, like last year when we were about to have our retreat, I took like 5 machines into the shop. Some of them I were using, some of them I was going to let people use. But I took 5 machines in, so I know that I haven't used them, so they got new needles in them. But I do try to replace needles whenever I start back using them, unless I never used them from the last cleaning. But that's funny. Sheila says, I have a cup for cold and one water and one for iced tea. My granddaughter calls me the bottle lady. Ain't that funny? She got one for all her drinks. And I think, I just don't, stainless steel does wash. You don't tend to get the aftertaste in it. But for some reason, I think the hot and cold, once you put hot in the cup, you want to put back cold. I don't think it lasts as long. These cups are lasting longer than what they say it'll stay cold on the packaging. So I don't think I'm going to be putting hot in these cups. Not mixing them. I may make a hot cup eventually, but right now I'm not. But that's funny. Dorsey says, worst things for me is chocolate. It loves me. And that's one of the things. I like milk chocolate, but then I don't like any other. I like milk chocolate candy. Let me clarify that, because I don't like chocolate ice cream, brownies, cakes, icing, none of that. But I just like milk chocolate candy. I don't like dark chocolate, and then white chocolate, which is not really chocolate, but that's okay. Cool Girl says, I've had a problem with my needle falling out too. This nicked up my throat plate and had to order a new one today. Now I'm using my screwdriver to snug up that needle. Yes. Whenever you put your needle in, you're supposed to hand turn until you can't turn it anymore. But you're not straining on your hand, and then you put in your device, your screw, whatever. Some people have a screw, some people have a little special washer looking thing. Then you put that in there and you just do one little final turn. You shouldn't be going more than a quarter of a turn at that point. So that's how you know your needle is in at the right torque, I guess. Diane saying something about she has a 30-ounce RTIC that I use constantly. At Miss T, that is what Cliff just said. He is changing now. Talking about that needle. Vivian Calvi is here. Hi, Vivian. She says, hi, T and everyone. Shayna Crossy says, good evening from California. Hi, Shauna. And I think that's the last one. So, yeah, what I'm working on now is just some 4-inch finished half square triangles. These right here have been sewn. They're ready to go into, I need to press them, so I'm just going to sit them back there. I just pressed the iron for it to come on. So that's where I'm at. This may not be my best sewing, but it's going. These are the ones I'm making next. Yeah, out of all of these pieces. So just making different little 4-patch blocks at this time. Hey, my brother just came in. He says, hi, sis, and everyone. I hope you are all staying safe. You got my thumbs up. You're welcome. Thank you for coming in, sir. I noticed right when I was getting on, because I haven't had my phone, that you text me. I'll text you back. You'll get it tomorrow. I know you're gonna go to bed, but I'll text you back. You and one of my friends, another friend, text. I noticed it right before I was going live. Angela says, dieting, eat correct portion sizes. If you eat a carb, eat a protein for balance. Weight will fall off. Most Americans have fatty liver and don't even know it. And I'm just using the heart healthy diet. And I'm not even eating as many carbs as they say. I felt like that was a lot of carbs to eat 4 carbs with every meal or something. I was like, that seemed like a lot of carbs. But that's what I was looking into that. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. I don't want to go on and that's not really a diet. That's just healthy eating. And then they do have like some things that they tell you shouldn't eat at all. So that I shouldn't be eating in the first place, like potato chips, you know. Yeah. So, ta-da. Vanessa says, good evening, T and Teaquilters. Glad you are back tonight. Hello and welcome back, Vanessa Brown. Trying to make sure I got the right number of pieces here. Cool Gal says, RTC is what my son bought. I get brain freeze a lot, and they keep ice for over 24 hours. Okay, so I don't keep ice for 24 hours, but I bet you I can get quite a few, 16, 18 or something like that. But most of the time my water is gone. I'm going back to put more water on the ice that's in a big, all stuck together because it's been so cold. It's like trying to refreeze the ice as it sort of kind of melts, you know. It's kind of weird. And Angela says that she went to a dietitian that scared me straight. Yeah. Yeah, and they've been pushing just even the heart healthy diet. You know, they've been pushing that for years. And it's really, I've already ate on it for a few days. It's really not that bad, calorie wise, especially since I've done intermittent fasting already. I think I just needed something before that because I felt like um, 2,000 or less calories wasn't enough, but I don't even think I'm putting in 2,000. And the funny thing is, I love salads, so I've just been eating a lot more salads. And then I just put, you know, the protein in the salad, and then you add the carb. You can add the carb to the salad too, like putting in grapes and stuff like that, putting in fruits. So yeah, so it's a lot easier than you think. Once I did intermittent, it's just like every time I went on a diet, I was starving all the time. So you get past that point, then it's home. You're home free. Uh-oh, it jumped on me. Slowing down Joe is here, says hello to you and fellow quilters. Hello to you. Welcome to the chat. People haven't told me, only Diane told me she was working on a jelly roll rug. Also, let me know what you're working on tonight or in the near future. um, or Cheryl Bing says, hello to you and everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. Lila Dicker is here, says, hi T and T Quilters. Glad to be able to make it tonight. Yes. Francesca Fino says, hello TNT Quilters. T, what's on the wall behind you? That's the Charlotte Sometimes quilt that I've been sewing for the past few weeks. It's just one row. I left that alone. I started sewing the block swap blocks together. I got the top put together. I left it alone because I never went and pulled fabrics for it. And I'm actually sewing on a sew along today. So that started Monday, I think. So yeah, I just got a lot of projects like I normally do. Yep. And I'm not sure at this time if I'm even going to be in Zoom. That's tomorrow. Eric can post that information, but Zoom is happening tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm going to be in Zoom tomorrow. We tend to be in Zoom too long. So I don't know. We don't know how to have an hour or 2 hour Zoom and then call it quits. Let's see. Mario says, we no longer buy candy. We freeze grapes now and pop them in often. Delicious all year round. That's pretty cool. I've had grapes where we froze them and put them into punch and stuff like that to keep it cold at parties, but I've never like outright eaten them frozen. That's pretty cool. Mario, make wine instead with those grapes. So I'm just making some half square triangles right now. It's going to be going into these blocks. I forgot all about I had these back here to press. June Hanson's here, says hi T and everyone. Hi June, welcome to the chat. And LaConte Middleton says good evening, coming in. Hello to you. And let's see. Vicky says T, yep, salad and steak. I hate for my big meal. I have for my big meal. I think that's what she's saying. I have for my big meal. Yeah. So I actually love salad, and it's like, I think I might be convincing my husband to do a diet with me. So Now I can do the salads. He always liked iceberg lettuce, and I hate iceberg lettuce. And so we would buy different lettuce, and then you look up and the stuff go bad so fast. And so it was like I just quit buying a whole lot, would only buy them when I was out or something. So I'm glad I'm gonna be able to get salads and stuff so at home again. So I'm trying to eat one every day so I don't let the ingredients go bad. At least one a day. Eric says, I'm trying to edit videos tonight for work. It's a long, painful process. Yes, it is. Editing is not a whole lot of fun. It's rewarding because you know how to do it, but it's a lot of work. Claudette says, working on a baby quilt. Thank you, Claudette. Tiffany, I saw Tiff says she's working on eating, corn dogs and potato chips. I thought she was going to talk about quilting. She said earlier. I forgot she did say she was quilting. Linda DeVito is here, says, hi, 10 everyone. Welcome from Beverly Hills, Florida. Hello to you. Susan T says, I love the South Beach diet, lost 30 pounds, kept off forever. Then my dad passed and hubby was very ill. Hard to eat right. Going to try it again. Is that the one where you can't have fruits? See, I don't like diets that won't even let you eat fruit. It's like if I can't have potato chips and candy and cake, I at least need some fruit in my life. I just won't add any other sugars, you know. And I have to look up what about honey. Y'all tell me if honey's something you can eat or not. I don't know. I don't normally use a whole lot of honey. Only when I'm sick do I normally use honey. But I just need to know that. So if I ever have strep throat and start taking honey, tea, and lemon, I need to know what I'm doing. Yes. Kevin says, I'm copycatting one of my good friends, good quilting friends. Yeah, we're both. We are so bad though, but we're also very good. Because Kevin and I went to 2 quilt shops yesterday just for me to get out the house, basically. And do something positive. I've been out the house. Let me correct that. I've been out the house. I have not been in the house this week. I've only been in here like overnight when I'm processing orders and then getting them ready to drop off in the morning when I pass the post office. But I made a special day with Kevin yesterday. We went to 2 quilt shops, and I have you all know that we didn't spend a dime. And Kevin is so bad that he's trying to get me to buy stuff. He'll go, instead of him looking for what he likes, he'll go pull stuff that he know I like. I'm like, no, you can't do that. He is so bad. But we're all working. We found a quilt that we want to work on. But Kevin was the one that kept sending me links to this quilt. I'm like, aren't you doing this quilt? He hadn't started yet. I'm like, we got to do this quilt first. And we're behind. We just started yesterday. And we're on part 6 already. So, but yeah. I'm still working on getting my juju back. That's from Mary. After COVID and mask making, I lost it all. A lot of quilters did. I know some quilters, like me, we just went into sew mode. I did a lot last year. And then it's like I've just been kind of cruising the end of this year since I stopped working in December, mid-December. My machine was out, so I had issues with that. I've had a lot of things going on in 2021. I almost want to say it's worse than 2020. And the only reason I say that is because I had like one thing major, like a friend of mine that happened to a close friend. But other than that, it was like stuff was happening to acquaintances for the most part in 2020. I knew them, but it was like I do urban line dance where we travel, so it was like a lot of things happen to those type people. I knew them, but it wasn't like we talked every day or I saw them every day, but I did see them at national events and stuff. So, but this year it's been hitting close to home, okay? It is no joke. And I think I did have like one of my mom's cousins. So my third cousin maybe, passed away, but had lived a very long life and it was out of town. And I just decided not to travel during COVID, but I got my mom a plane ticket and she went. Her and my aunt, they went. I'm normally their driver to things out of town like that, but I didn't do any trips last year. I haven't been on any trips yet where I've stayed overnight. I'm not looking forward to staying in hotels. I'm already paranoid about hotels. um, Katrina says, I have the same cup as you have. I fill the bottom till the cup widens with water and put in freezer. Then when it's frozen, I add more cold water. Okay. So she just had one block of ice. Billy says, binding quilts and bed runners for sister-in-law. That's nice. Sewing on binding, number 5. The last one for now. That's great. Quita's been really busy getting them done. South Beach encourages complex carbohydrates. Takes longer to break down. That's from Susan. As high as meat is getting, diets are going to be more fruits and veggies. Yeah, but I told you all I had started, my meat was already more expensive than the grocery store because I had started buying mine straight from the farmer. I Not just that I know the meat's better. It doesn't have as much added stuff that I don't know what that is in my ground beef. So I actually get grass-fed beef, so it's really, and it's good. You'd think it would be dry, but it's not. And then if you have a cut of meat that needs moisture to it, you can take care of that when you're cooking as well. So, well, probably used to. I'm doing a whole lot of air frying, so I think stuff tastes good in the air fryer. So that's kind of what I'm doing, is air frying stuff. Susan, I did the same thing, lost 30 pounds, and then my mom died. That's from Mary. She says, for high blood pressure and gained back the weight. Oh, my. Eric says, Zoom tomorrow. There it goes, guys, so you all can read it for yourself. June says, I'm trying to do a Borgello quilt with Kathy, but family has been getting in the way with sickness. And Tiffany is also giving you all the Teaquilts Facebook group information again. Thank you, Tiffany. I'm working on my first UGGR. I wonder if I can make Tiffany's comment a pinned comment. Nope, I can only do my own. Oh, I can. There I go. So I just pinned the Facebook group up there for Tiffany. Thank you, Tiffany. I didn't know I could pin somebody else's comment, so that's cool. That'll work. Leela says, I'm planning on being in the Zoom tomorrow night. Somebody has to chaperone Eric, laughing out loud. Right. Right. Cheryl says, I'm working on a quilting for my sister. It's called No Boundaries by Carlin S. Botts. Teajuana Montreal's here saying hello, T, and everyone. Susan's laughing at Leela. Mario says, T, are you opening up the seams on your half square triangles? Yes, I am, and they're not required, but I'm doing it anyway. I don't know why, but I am. On the first test block, I didn't do it. Well, this block, it didn't make, no, this block, it did make a difference. Because when I got all of these seams. When I done the spin seam, they all spun all of the seams to one side, and I didn't like that. So I don't know. So I did a test block, and I'm just gonna open the other ones. Now on this block, I kind of like the seams. When I did the half square triangles, I left them open. And then when I put them together, because I had 4 half square triangles, these are the next ones I need to do. But because it was 4 half square triangles, it actually balanced out the seam better. But for some reason, when I had the square, it just seems like everything went over on the square. And I wasn't sure if I liked it or not. I don't know. I think it'll be fine either way because it's nice and flat. I don't know. Just switching it up. I forgot to press these, so let's do that. Get this out the way. Again, these are just 4-inch finished half square triangles. Nothing spectacular. All of these units are 4-inch finished. Remo says, see you on the Zoom. Have to take care of Dad. His hemoglobin has dropped, so doctor appointment on Monday. Okay. Make sure he stays safe. Well cared for. Laughing at Eric's comment. Teresa says, packing, smacking. I couldn't face it today. Packing, smacking. I couldn't face it today. Yep, Wendy Allison Barnes. Hello and welcome to the channel. She says, hello from Ontario, Canada. Yes, you're in great company with Mario and Jackie, also from Canada. So welcome. Vanessa says, working on a charity quilt and binding a quilt. I just long-armed. That's pretty cool. So I got these done. I think, let me make sure, yeah, I don't have anything under there because sometimes I'm chain piecing and forget something. Alright, so now I got these. I guess I should hit the iron. I don't have to press each one. I already pressed them with my wooden iron, but I want them to lay down a little bit. Put 2 or 3 down at a time. Those are done. And now these. Okay. So, Darcy is also reminding people to hit the thumbs up button. Thank you so much. 2. I don't forget how many of these I'm making. I'm going to assume it's 8. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, because I already have one done. Just setting up my block so I don't sew the wrong thing. That was one of the reasons I did a test block. I did a lot of cutting so I could have some pieces cut when I came on. So I wouldn't, because I die cut, and I die cut in the other room. So I didn't want to be bouncing back and forth. Dewana says, a popcorn in a movie. Susan says, no fruit, only for the first 2 weeks. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, it was only for the first 2 weeks. Okay. And then she says, no simple carbs first 2 weeks. And that's what you crave. Yeah, I remember that because I remember doing it at work. Somebody had it at work and we were doing it. At work, we would do all kinds of little crazy things together. Like we did no carbs. That's how I actually got, no carbs. We did no caffeine. And that's how I actually got off of caffeine. And then once I got off, I had like a headache. I had actually developed a migraine. And then once I was off and realized that it took me 30 days to get a migraine, I decided I wasn't going back on it. And I didn't drink a whole lot of carb. I was drinking like maybe 1 cup of coffee at a day at that time, and I might drink a Coca-Cola every other day, and I'm thinking, oh, caffeine. I'm thinking this no caffeine diet. This will be real easy. Well, it was easy for me not to have caffeine, but it ended up being something that caused me to have a migraine over 30 days after I had quit, which most of them had headaches within the first week. So I did pretty good though. Eric says, hey Shaquita, thank you for the donation to the Fabric Foundation. I guess she sent him fabric. Uh, Leela and Eric going back and forth. Andrew says, Vanessa, what kind of long arm do you have? Leah Bryan says, working on a quilt for my great grandson. That's awesome. Let me see. Honey is a carb, just like sugar, but your body metabolizes it easier. Okay, so I guess if I was to have some sugar, it'd probably be better to have honey if I'm doing that. And that's like those days, eventually you're gonna eat something bad. At least I know when I'm eating it bad and what to do. Try to eat it the healthiest way possible. Kevin says, I'm a good friend like that. I'm so bad, I'm good. Mario says, my t-shirt is in New Jersey. Last time it was in Chicago. I don't get it. Susan says, Kevin is good for the soul. Laughter is the best medicine. Yes. And I used him and my friend Mary because I needed some laughter. So, yeah. Eric says, like we say, what happens on Zoom stays in Zoom. And Shaquita is also telling Vivian Calvey to please check her email. I think Vivian was the only one that I was able to send to Shaquita because I sent it to 4 other people. And I never did hear back. I got 2 of the names here. I don't even know if they were the last 2 or the first 2. But yeah, so I've only sent Shaquita. She was going to send scraps to 3 people, but I know she's behind the scene been sending stuff to other people too, so I'm not too worried about it. And Billy says, my favorite machine's in the shop. Yeah, I hate that when I have to go to another machine when I want to really sew on another one, although I got plenty, 2020 would have been a cheap time to travel. $50 round trip from LA to Hawaii. But I didn't chance it. Yes. Dorsey says, finished the canvas trailer cover for my brother. And was very happy that he liked it. That's nice. And hopefully he appreciate all the work. Connie says, I saw lots of pretty pincushion blocks on your Instagram people made. They were actually in the Facebook group. Because I didn't put them on Instagram, I don't think. I barely use Instagram. I go over sometimes if I notice a notification from like Benita, Shaquita sometimes, or Kevin, but I don't hardly go over on Instagram. I basically made that page so nobody else would get it. And in the event when I do get serious about Instagram, I'll have my account already set up. And then Jackie saying, hi Wendy, we're in Ontario. I'm just outside Bradford. For some reason, Sheila Willis is, keeps hitting on Jackie's thing. I'm sure it's by mistake because I do it all the time. It was somebody. Was it Tiffany? I put in timeout at the end of the last chat. We were signing off. And my hand hit something, and Kevin messages me and tell me it was Tiffany and somebody else, and I can't remember who the other person was, but I had put both of them in 300-minute timeout. It was too funny. I let them know ahead of time that I had done it, but yeah. And Jackie is still talking. I'm unblocking the messages so you all can talk to each other. I don't read when people are talking to each other the whole time. Tiffany says she has her mom and aunt coming to town on Wednesday for her daughter's graduation on Thursday. I'm going to see if my mom will sew with me. Now, that'd be funny. And that's pretty cool. That's a great to have all the family in town. That's going to be awesome. Susan says, had my first live meeting with my sewing group, the Material Girls outside in distance. It was great. We met weekly via Zoom. Nobody sewed. We just wanted to talk. Yep. And now Sheila got Jackie K in time out for 300 seconds. I don't know what's going on. She's just doing my job now. And I can't even get Jackie K. I don't want to put her in timeout. I don't want to remove. Do I remove the timeout? It just says remove. I don't want to remove her. I don't know what to do with that. I'll check it out later. If Jackie still isn't commenting. Lynette Williams says, Lord, I want some coffee right now. I do drink decaffeinated coffee, and I do know that it has a small level of caffeine in it, but it's not enough to be addicting or cause me headaches. So I do drink decaffeinated coffee. Navarico says, not here very often, but love UT. I'm starting car picnic quilts made from our old dungarees with old blankets as the batting. Makes a tough, durable quilt to keep in the car. Now, that's pretty cool. And I know people have been looking for those old blankets or military blankets and things like that to put inside quilts. So that's pretty cool. Nice and heavy. It'll remind you of those old quilts where they used to have a quilt in a quilt. Use a whole quilt, an older quilt as batting on a newer quilt. Let's see. I'm trying to, can you tell us about the quilt you're working on, please? This is a sew along with laundry basket quilts. Editor Satar. And it's current. It started on Monday, and every day she's telling you, giving you a 4-inch block to make, and then she'll tell you how many blocks to make and the different colorways. So that's what I'm working on. And Vivian says that she didn't see anything from you, Shaquita. I forwarded her Vivian's email to you, so I know she's got it right, but I don't know what's going on with the email system. So I'm trying to skip some of these because I feel like I'm so far behind because I'm reading stuff I talked about a long time ago. Jackie says, we had one large postal sorting center closed in Toronto, COVID related, so a lot of items are being rerouted so they don't go through there. Okay, so that's probably why instead of Chicago, it went to New Jersey somewhere. So it's gonna be a while for you get that, Mario. And Susan T says, time out is fun, trying to figure out why. Nope, don't want time out. And Sheila says, it's not me, it has your name on it, so I don't know what's going on. Sue says, good evening to UT and fellow quilters. I'm late, won't be able to stay long. Work early, see you tomorrow afternoon. I'll text you. Okay, Sue. Says the first quilt is from my younger son, made from his and his brother's childhood dungarees. Some patch pockets just for the fun to tuck things in. A designer friend says it looked like Mondrian painting. Ha. Yeah, I like pockets and stuff like that, especially on like memory quilts and stuff. It's pretty cool. My husband said his mom made denim quilts that would keep you in bed. You couldn't move. Laughing out loud, very heavy and warm. That's what my daughter and my stepdaughter said about having. When I made them the flannel red quilts and I put the warm and natural batting in it years ago when warm and natural used to be very thick. You got to buy the thicker brand now to get thick, warm, and natural. So, but they said they could. Then they would both have their quilt. They would double it up so that each of them had their own quilt. They were in the same bed, and they didn't want to use each other's quilt. So then they folded in half and make it even worse. Talking about they can't even turn over. It's like unfold that quilt. My mom and great somebody. Thank you, Tiffany and Eric. Oh, he was unhidden. Okay, so thank you, Tiffany and Eric. Appreciate you guys. Darlene's talking to Eric. Diane says, I have a wood pedal. Yeah, I think you and Tiffany were doing it at the same time. That's why. They were counterbalancing each other. Tiffany is on it. So let's make a few of these blocks. I think I need 8 in green and 4 in pink. But if I don't get them all sewn here, that's fine too. Because I got the majority of it. I got one step done. And it'll be another step coming out tomorrow. So I'm going to constantly be behind. But I was trying to play catch up today. Kevin kind of helped motivate when he said he was going to do it too. So I'm like, okay, let's get this stuff done. Now tomorrow I got other things to do, so I won't be sewing tomorrow. So I don't know which one of these stacks I'm missing one. It doesn't matter. Whichever one doesn't have one, I'll just pull it, right? All right. So thank you guys also for popping in. I know some of you all are going to be leaving because of the time, but we do have almost another hour to sew. So if you want to share your project with me, please pop it into the description box. Sue says, off subject, please. How do you like the batting you got from Marshall's Dry Goods? I love it. It's a 80-20, and it is a 80-20 batting. It kind of reminds me of the old Hobbs 80-20. A lot of, and when prices start to increase, they do one or two things. They increase the price, or they'll kind of keep your price the same, but they'll reduce the quality or amount of product that you're getting. And I think stuff has changed. It's a little bit denser. And Kevin, when Kevin and I worked on that quilt for a customer, I put it in that quilt. And so Kevin actually likes the weight. It has a nice weight. Like most times I use 80-20, I feel like the quilt's too light. That's why 80-20 is not one of my favorite bats. I use it in quilts that I give away. I offer it to customers because they're mostly used to using polyester stuff on their beds from having comforters. So they like the 80-20. But I love this, the 80-20 from Marshall's Dry Goods. It has a little bit more weight to it. I had already known that I was going to like that batting because I had bought some a couple years ago and I ran out. At first I wasn't using it. I was just using it on my quilts. And then I started putting it in the customer quilts, and they like it. And so when I went back to Marshall's Dry Goods, I think I bought 3 rolls. That tells you that I like it. I would never buy 3 rolls of batting the first time using it. I bought 3 rolls of that batting when I went to Marshall's Dry Goods, and that was the main reason that I made the road trip, because it was cheaper for me to go probably pick it up than it would be for them to ship it to me. So that's why I went. But I love it. I think it's a very nice 80/20, and it washes well. So I haven't had any issues with it. And Kevin says, love that batting. It's one of my favorites now. Okay, so he did pop in there. Let me go back and see what else I missed. That was Sue. And Diane says his or her name didn't even pop up on my screen. That's okay. They got it. That's that. This, I turned my hand while I was looking at the screen. Got to make sure I sew these right. And Sue, Tiffany says she likes the batting too. I love, Eric's talking about, I don't know how she says her name. Is it Edita Satar? Of Laundry Basket Quilts, but that's how you find her, is Laundry Basket Quilts. You can put her name in, but she goes under a company name. Laundry Basket Quilts. But just very intricate. These are not too intricate to me because they're just little 4-inch blocks, and then she's doing it in a blue colorway and a rainbow colorway, and I'm just pulling fabrics. I have no idea, how this stuff is gonna look. I'm just sewing, and I think I overall don't really care because it's just giving me something else to concentrate on, even though I could concentrate on a whole nother set of projects and or clean up some of this stuff I got out. But I've chosen to do this. I have no idea why, but I'm doing it. I cut some 2.5-inch strips for sashing the swap blocks. That's from Mario. He says in some 2.5-inch squares and for some cornerstones, I think. Robin says that she will be in the Zoom tomorrow. Woody says, thank you, T. I'll watch for your next live. Good night, everyone. Good night. Thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate it. My issue is just the shipping cost from Marshall's Dry Goods is $40 to ship each roll. And I ordered 3 rolls at a time. Yeah, and that's why I went. And I know you're not close to them, but, when you got a good friend that don't mind doing a road trip, we shared the driving. I got us lost, added 2 or 3 hours onto the trip. We could have had more time to go to another quilt shop, but yeah, it does make it a lot easier since I'm close to them. I think it's like a 6-hour drive away, so it's something that we can do in a day. Just get up early in the morning and start a road trip. But it was nice. It's a nice ride. Eric says, I find so many 80/20s that is so thin though. Yep, but this one is not. It is not. And Kevin thought I was crazy too when I had him, when I put it in that quilt. He was sold once I put it in that quilt because I had it for a while, but he wasn't sold. When I put it in that quilt, because I asked the lady what kind of batting did she want. And she said she wanted 80/20. And she knew what she wanted because her mom was a quilter. And so I put it in that quilt. That was probably the first time I put it in a customer quilt because I had been using it for myself. Because I only had the 30 yards, and you know, when you're making bed quilts, you're using 3 yards at a time or about. So I didn't want to waste it, you know. But I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and put this last piece in here, knowing that I was going to go buy more anyway. So, and Sue says, thanks, appreciate your input. Rhonda says, hello, T and everyone. Hey Sue, if you're thinking about getting some batting from Marshalls, email me and let me know, because I can if you just needing some for a quilt, I can get you that. Hopefully she's still here. I don't know if she's still here, because I won't remember anything when I get off of here. Rhonda Barlow says, hello T and everyone. Hey Rhonda, welcome. Robin's talking to Tiffany. That's how she says her name. Okay, thank you, Diane. Connie, can you buy the batting other places, or is there a brand? I don't like how thin batting is nowadays. I have found that Warm and Natural, like if you buy the regular, Warm and Natural used to be twice as thin. I have a quilt that it's in, and I can compare that quilt that I made in, say, 1997 or so. I can't remember what year. Compare it to a quilt that I've made recently and put Warm and Natural in. There is a difference in the batting. Nowadays, if you want the thick Warm and Natural batting, you've got to order the Warm and Plush. And I just ordered a roll of it. I haven't used it yet. But, because I haven't been quilting. But I did order Warm and Plush. And of course, that batting's going to cost you a lot more, too. But I did just buy that. I found out that they did have, I didn't even know they had Warm and Plush, because I've kind of gotten off of just going out looking at stuff, because when I'm buying batting by the roll, it takes me a while to go through battings when I've got like 6 or 7 different types of battings, and then I'm trying to, you know, I'm going through those. So it takes me a while to use batting. And sometimes I would buy my batting straight from Joann's, and that would be when they would have it at 75% off, because that's cheap. They don't have it all the time. They mostly have it the Thanksgiving, Black Friday weekend. If I'm short Warm and Natural batting, I would go buy that 120-inch batting, and I would be paying $5 a yard, $4.99 a yard. And then sometimes they would have a coupon that took off extra on top of that. So you just, that was when I used to buy my battings, when I buy it from Joann's. Ed T, what are you working on? I'm working on the mystery quilt that's currently going on with Laundry Basket Quilts. And it is on part 6. It started just Monday, but every day for 2 weeks, she's giving you sewing instructions. I'm behind. I just started yesterday. Kevin, and Kevin started today, I think. Yes, I am doing this mystery because of you, Kevin. He kept sending it to me in links and stuff. I'm like, I guess he wants us to do this mystery. Mario says, just checked out Marshall Dry Goods, and it's so cheap. Boutiques for $6.99 a yard. It's $20 here. Anita says, I'm working on a foundation paper piece ladders for my World Peace quilt from Fat Quarter Shop. Free pattern celebrating Worldwide Quilt Day. That's nice. I was downloading a lot of that stuff, but then they have, I think that's the one where they have, you can do it in 3 different sizes, if I'm not mistaken. And I haven't sold a thing. I stopped even downloading. I haven't even downloaded in a while, but they're up to like some ridiculous number of parts. And I haven't, I've stopped downloading, but I haven't sewn 1 block, okay? Craziness. Kevin goes, did someone say road trip? I don't need batting right now, so I'm not ready to go to Marshall's Dry Goods. But if I bought 3 rolls of batting. I think I'm using one. If Sue needs some batting, I can take care of Sue. That's what I'm saying. Tiffany goes, my dad lives 2 hours from Marshall Dry Goods, but I don't want to drive to Arkansas every 5 months for batting. You got that right. Susan, but if you go visit your dad every 5 months and then it's just 2 hours away, that's a big difference. Because you can go get your batting, come back to your dad and stay another day or two and then go back. Go see your dad. Every time I went to visit my grandmother, I would stop in Franklin, Tennessee. My grandmother lives in Birmingham, Alabama. And I would stop in Franklin, Tennessee, so that I could go to the quilt shop in their downtown area. They had a historic area on Main Street. And I would go to a quilt shop there. Every time. Never missed. I'm going to be brave and go down to Lancaster for a shop hop. Miss it, yes. I want to do one of the, they don't call it Dear Jane anymore, but I want to go on one of those Dear Jane retreats just so I can go down into that area with a lot of quilters. I keep going on road trips and have to buy at these new stores I haven't been to, but don't seem to have time to get them sold. Yep. Join the club, girl. Where is Marshall Dry Goods? It's in Batesville, Arkansas. Oh, somebody already put it there. Sorry, Tiffany did. How many yards are in one row? I think it's 30 yards batting. And it's 96 inches wide as well, not 90. And I find when they tell you something is that wide, you tend to get a little bit more, but you won't get less. All that I'm aware of, Darlene, is that there's just one Marshall's Dry Goods. Connie says, thanks for the info. I will check that out. Depending on kind, anywhere from 20 to 30 to 40. Some have more. Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about the 80-20 at Marshall's. It's 30 yards of batting. Sue says, may have to do a road trip in a month or so. I counted that I have at least 14 of my own quilts to get quilted. When I was on vacation last week, I got another 4 queen tops done. Oh my gosh. So you do, yeah. Empty your car, girl, because we filled our minds up. And I'm thinking, I had my newer car, which is a little bit bigger. So I'm thinking, I have a little thing I put in my car that has all my extra bags, any, like shopping bags, blankets in case you need that, extra coats, umbrellas, the stuff that you normally have in your car. I have a little thing that I put in there. And I should have left that at home because we stuffed that car to the roof with batting. Batting was the main thing we bought. We did buy a lot of fabric, but batting was the main thing because I didn't buy bolts of fabric because I'm a wholesaler. And so they weren't allowing wholesalers to buy name brand bolts by the boat because it was a fabric shortage, and I could only buy their fabric by the boat. I think I bought 2 of theirs. That's that fabric that I used, that plaid that I used in the swap block quilts, came from Marshall's Dry Goods. It's actually one of the fabrics that the lines I like because they look good with string quilts. That's why I bought it. Mario says, I love going to Joann's in St. Albans, Vermont. I hope the border reopens soon. Aww. Bonita says, is Marshall Dry Goods too far to visit at the retreat? Yes, it is. It's not. You got to be somebody that's a glutton for punishment. You could do it. I think you're going to need probably 2 drivers, because this is my thing. When I know I'm doing a road trip or doing something, I don't sleep well the night before. It has nothing to do with major stress. It's just the fact that I know I got to get up and do something and got to be up and dressed by 4. And so then I'm laying in bed at 2 o'clock still wide awake trying to figure out when am I going to get some sleep. So it's nice because I drive and Kevin can drive. Now, most of the time I drive my car out, Kevin drives. I don't think Kevin really likes for people to drive him. I think he likes being a driver. That's what I think. If it's my car, we both drive. Um, I like 108 on Marshall Dry Goods. It is great, and it's only $7.99 a yard, and many choices. She says I like 108 on Marshall Dry Goods. Okay, because I have some of their quilt backs. I find, it takes quite a few washings for me to get that backing to be soft. That's my only downside with that, or I need to try another line or something of their backing. But yeah, so I mostly just put them on charity quilts, especially, or family quilts where I know people may not take good care of them. It'll be a great back for that. Vivian saying good night. Good night, Vivian. And Diane's laughing at me. Susan says, getting ready to take Zoom class with Kathy of Material Obsession in Australia. That's pretty cool. Material Obsession. I thought that was the book that this came out of. Yeah. And her name is she just had a pattern in the book. Sharon somebody. Let me see what this lady's name is. I don't even know if I got that page up here with the cover that has the lady's name on it who done this Charlotte Sometimes quilt behind me. Diana was talking about this lady, Sarah Filkey. So yeah, that's why Material Obsession sounded so familiar. It's the book was Familiar Obsession #2 though, not #1. Kevin says, bidding everyone good night. Talk to you tomorrow, Miss T. Bye, Kevin. I think I may only be able to get 2 rolls in my CRV, hopefully. Yep. And I had, the nice thing is that they have the guys, they'll have somebody from the warehouse come out and put it in your car. So I didn't even pay for my batting, and the car was already stuffed with batting because I told them to put in what they could put in, and that's how we bought the batting, because I knew Kevin wanted some batting and I wanted batting. I thought I could only get 2 rolls in my car, with Kevin getting 1, and we ended up getting 4 rolls of batting in my car. So you'd be surprised. And but I had other stuff in my car. That's why I say make sure you clean it out so you don't have all of that in there. Janet says good night to you as well. And Nora 2020 says, it jumped. I make my own laundry soap from Fields, and washing soda softens in one go. I use dryer balls too. So she makes her own laundry soaps filled from Fels, F-E-L-S, and washing soda. Softens in one go. I'm going to have to try that. That's Nora. I'm going to take a picture of this right here, because otherwise I won't remember. And Diane says, I do that too the night before an event, talking about where she can't get sleep. Yep. Material Obsession is a quilt shop in Australia. Sarah wrote first 2 books with Kathy. Yes. Thank you, Susan. Remo says, good night, everybody. Good night. Praying for your dad. Robin says, I took a machine embroidery class this morning. I learned so much. Did not know everything my machine could do. Yes, you can do all kinds of things with machine embroidery. Navarrico says, good night all and happy quilting. It's 11:30 here just outside of Boston from a Nova Scotia 2nd generation transplant. Well, thank you so much for popping in. We appreciate it. Also here on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern as well. We'll be doing, I was going to talk about that. We're going to be doing like haul. I don't know how much stuff I have, but I feel like I got some stuff to talk about. So that we only do 1 hour on Wednesday, so that's what we'll do. Mario says, someone is asleep in the lounge chair. Need to go. Hugs for everyone. Good night, Mario. Nora says, yes, Darlene Crosby, and the plastic ones work for those front loader washers. Can you tell me your proximity, how much a row of their batting is, please? Can you tell me your approximately? I think that batting, it's like right under $100, so it could be $99 or something like that. And I don't know if they went up, because of now with COVID, things may have gone up. But I think it was $99 for a whole row of 30 yards. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't think that was a wholesale price. I think the only thing with Marshall Dry Goods, because everybody can shop there, wholesale is when you start buying the entire boat. And then what I get is that I don't pay taxes when I'm in person. If you order online, you don't pay taxes, but if you go in person, you will have to pay taxes if you don't have a business license. Oh, okay. Okay. So I'll look for that and see if that will break that fabric down. Okay. Thank you, Nora. Brown bar soap. Okay. And every time I think about a brown bar soap, I think about African soap because it's brown, but that's not what we're talking about. Ron DeVolo says those dryer balls really do work. I like mine. The clothes dry much faster and not as wrinkled. Okay. And Sue says, thanks for the information. Voice to text is not the best. Okay. And Jackie says, good night all. I'm fading now. Had a long day of cooking. See you Wednesday. Good night, Jackie. Thank you so much. And good night. I don't know if Susan's saying good night to y'all or if she's saying good night. But just in case, good night, Susan. Lila saying good night. Good night, Lila. How did I? So I press these seams to one side. I did it anyway, the same way. So I was going to press these seams open, but they pressed to the side. That's okay. I get to talking and forget what I'm doing. Phone had a crash. Good night, Sue. Deborah Quilt says, just finished my taxes. Did Elizabeth's early today. Yes. I haven't done anything, but hey, long as I don't owe, I ain't worried about it. There is no deadline. The deadline is 3 years if you don't owe. So right now, I'm not worried about it. But I'm glad you got yours done. My sister had the nerve to give me hers to do. I'm thinking I got just me and my brothers, and my mom's has been done. So yeah, it's a mess. I'm a mess. My tax software is a mess. Nova says, yes, I have both the plastic ones from Dollar Tree and the wool dry balls from Trader Joe's. Both work great. No need for fabric softener. Okay. That's even better. Save some money. Tiffany is reminding people to hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Tiffany. And if I missed any of the stuff that you wanted me to say, Tiffany, I thought maybe you was talking to other people. Diane says everyone who is leaving, she's saying good night, I guess. Eric says, tell me about it. I have to do an estate tax. They not fun at all. Alright. I may as well go ahead and run this one through here so I can get my pieces off. This is the next set I got to do in the same. It's just a different color. Same thing. But instead of breaking my thread, I can run this through. Alright. So I feel like I'm getting something accomplished at least. I'm moving some of these blocks along. Now these, I'm going to have to take the little seams out the back. I still got one on the front. Dang. She said, Nora says her governor is sending $600 to everybody that has filed. Like, goodness. That's nice. Eric trying to move to her state. Oh, that is pretty cool. I cut these right sides together on a die cutting machine. And then they just move all over the place, so it defeats the whole purpose. See if I can get this stack straightened up a little. It's still off. Yep. I hope this quilt look half decent anyway. Oh, it happened in California and Eric didn't get his? Huh. Sarah says, I didn't get to file this year since I was out of work all of last year, but I got a small settlement of back wages and a W-2, so I get to file next year. Okay. I'm not sure what this whole recall thing is about. Been avoiding the news for ages. Yeah, since I used to watch the news like 2 and 3 different segments a day, sometimes more than that. Ever since the pandemic, it's like I don't have a clue what's going on. I get bits and pieces of it. And I'm definitely not using Facebook. I go in there for my Teaquilts group, and that's about it. Yep. It's too stressful over on Facebook right now. I'll press that later. I'm glad my husband does taxes. It confuses me laughing out loud. Oh, I want to press this part open and press the other part to the left or right, I guess. Because I meant to press both of them open, but was talking. Judy Plaster says, Nori, I'm in Oroville. Where are you? Talking to Nora. Oh, your goodness. think I'm up on comments. Not watching the news has been keeping me from going insane with my 2 boys home all day. Yes. I am so sick of robocalls. Me too. It seems like they'll die down and go away, and then all of a sudden they all start right back up at the same time. And I love the one from Marriott that if you don't want to receive this call, please press this button. But I'm like, why do you keep calling from all these different numbers if you're Marriott Hotel? Just ridiculous. Taxes are like pharmaceutical commercials. You can get a refund, but then you got this long list of qualifications, but the people in charge say it's the best thing. Yeah. I just think we should just have flat rate and call it a day, kind of like my state. You get some deductions and stuff like that, but you have your standard deductions that come out, and then it's just a flat rate. I think it's 6% of your taxes. That's what you're paying to the state. I think they could do something very similar like that and just call it a day, instead of having all these different forms for the federal. All right. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I got 2 of them still on there. Make sure I turn them right, because I'll start talking and things will happen. Somebody said, I just learned that if you press 9 during a robocall, it will put your number on the do not call list. Well, I've been on the do not call list and they still call, so I don't know what that's going to do. I'll try it, but I'm already on the list and they call. I don't think these are people that care about the do not call list. That's what I think. These are scam people. And then some businesses can still call you, like the American Red Cross. They're not banned from using the do not call list. Certain companies. So you're still gonna get some. I didn't even press these with the iron. They'll be okay. One right there. And one at the top. Look like a lot of comments are coming in again. Diane says, laughing out loud, that would be nice if it were true. I would wear out that 9 button. You got that right. I wouldn't even be able to dial another number. The 9 would be broke. That is funny. Quilka says, the next day I add the washing soda and borax and Pyrex 2 powder in for a nice accent. Okay, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of, I'm going to look one up online and see, because I'm sure there are a lot of recipes for homemade washing soap, because I've been wanting to do that too. I just bought some bulk and I haven't ran out yet, so that's why I haven't made my own yet. But I do plan to do that, and then I already got a big container. I don't even have to go buy the bucket. Excuse me, something must have flew in my mouth or something. I don't know. I like dust bunnies. Teresa McCormick says good night. Good night, Teresa. Thank you for coming in. What time is it? We got 20 more minutes. I lose track of time once I'm sewing and talking. But it's good. The minutes are ticking by. You only need a teaspoon or two of it. So you make soap and it lasts 6 months, and the clothes are so much cleaner, softer, brighter too. That's awesome. Y'all might need to send me, y'all, Nora, email me, teaquilts@teaquilts.com, your actual recipe with the amounts. Because I do want to try it. Cheryl Bean says, finally finished my quilt. Thanks, T, for the good company tonight. Good night. Thank you so much. I'm sure it looks nice. This is like when you unsubscribe from some things, they will send you emails. I get ads to buy cars, and I don't even drive. Laughing out loud. Now, that's funny. That's from Darcy. And I'm trying to make sure I got the last piece off of there. Yep. The do not call list is only for those that are in the USA. If the call is generated from outside the country, which most scammers are out of the country, it won't hold. Exactly. Tiffany says, that was weird. My phone died but turned back on. Oh my goodness. I'm moving my blocks again. I have a feeling when I open up them green ones, I might be in for some surprises, you know. Quilt Gal, Pinterest is where I found the recipe. Okay. And I'm sure there are so many, but I'm going to be looking at them. That'll be a big chunk of money when you don't have to buy detergent. Rose says, at Cheryl. She's talking to Cheryl, so I won't read it. T, are you eating mosquitoes over there? I don't know. I hope not. I think it just might have been lint off this fabric or something. I don't know. I got threads, not lint, like thread. I say lint, but it's threads. You know how your scrap fabric sit there and they collect and get every piece of thread hanging in a drawer or something. And I just iron it. I didn't clean it off. Lynette says, I don't know anyone wanting to sell. Stop calling and calling from 50 million numbers. The amount of numbers I have blocked is unreal. Yep. And they some of mine even says out of area, but then it has my area's area codes. You know, we got 2 area codes, and it'll have both of the area codes. It's like, I just pick it up and hang it right back up. Because if you let it go, then you got a message you got to erase. So you can't win for losing, you know. So I just pick it up and hang it up. Just so I don't have a message later. Sarah says, I got 6 boxes of 20 Mule Team, watched a YouTube video on how to strip your laundry and gave it a try. It was the stuff of nightmares. Patricia Carluccio came in, says, hey T. Hi Patricia, how are you? see. Sarah says, I never set up my voicemail box. I never check for them anyway. Send me a text. Just wanted to thank you for the bag of crumbs you sent me and those wooden foot pedals or the ticket. Yes. I'm using mine right now and using it barefoot now. I got my shoes right here, but I'm also dog sitting, so the dog, I have my feet in the shoes, then the dog laying on my feet and stuff, so I took my feet out the shoe, let the dog lay on the shoes. And she's not even right here now. She's over on the side of my sewing desk now. I think she's trying to be nosy, check for when my husband moves. So when he moves, she know where everybody's at. She is too funny. Sometimes I answer the phone and play dumb, and I have fun with them. I told them that my social security number is 9, all these 969s, 99. 99. Right. Every once in a while I'll do it, but I don't have time a whole lot. But every once in a while I pick it up if they trying to act real, like you really stupid, like asking for your computer, your home internet address, password, and all this kind of stuff. It's like, you must be crazy. All right, so I'm up to day 5. I'll be 2 days behind. I'm going to go ahead and, well, I can just chain piece on one of these other pieces. I'm not going to do it tonight, though. And I don't know if I'll get in tomorrow. So, I can officially say I've started part 6, which is today. So, I'm technically caught up right now for another hour. And I'm not going to press these because these are the ones I got to open out. Patricia says, I started to use my knee lift. Had it for years. What was I thinking? Yes. I love the knee lift. I love having that third pair of hands. Nice. Cook Girl says, I had robocall one day. It came up as possibly junk, but it was my own phone number. I've had that too. I even get email where they're using my email to tell me that my mailbox is full and that if I don't do such and such and all of this other kind of stuff, I'm not going to get mail in 4 days, you know. I still getting 200-300 emails a day, so it's all right. And Darlene's getting the good calls. Eric says, I once told a scammer that I was FBI agent working in the Pentagon. Boy, he hung up faster than I could finish my fake title. Judy says, hey, I think that so long that you're doing, she won't give you another clue until Monday. I think the so long, so she won't give a clue on Sunday. Okay, that's great. So then that way I won't be behind too much. I'll just have 2 days, today and Monday when I go back, hopefully, if I get time on Monday to sew. But I was trying to get caught up in the last, like I said, I started it yesterday, so like, you know, early morning yesterday and then went to bed because I didn't sew last night. I got up this morning and finished off. Okay, that's great that I won't get another clue till Monday. Augie Bear is better than any burglar alarm. He sounds off good and loud when he hears something. Yeah, Dorsey's saying they just hope for a few dumb ones. Yes, a lot of people giving stuff, and every once in a while, even the smart people, it's like you can slip one time, and then you realize you done something crazy. So yeah, so you have to do that. Just like when I went onto the website ordering that fabric that I had to end up canceling my card. You know, um, it was the only website that had the fabric. That should have been a clue right there. You know, when only one place has something and nobody else has it. And then when I went back and started reading all the, because when I emailed them and they didn't respond, I went and started reading the reviews on Google, and it was like horrible reviews. I'm like, oh heck no! I went and canceled my card. I haven't heard from them people to this day. Now I don't know if they ever tried to bill me, because people said that it would happen like 6 to 9 months later, that they would bill them and then just send them any fabric, not even what they ordered. I can't do knit alongs, quilt alongs, whatever. I did the starting point shawl 2 years after it came out. Yep. I tend to just download stuff if it's a sew along, and then decide if I'm going to do it or not. Because if I'm missing one part of a sew along and you've already started, you got to buy the pattern or something, because you messed up, you're caught in the middle. So I tend to download before I even start. Whew, I'm getting sleepy now. I was supposed to take my dog, this is my grand dog. I was supposed to take her to the vet on Monday, but had to cancel. So she looking all raggedy and stuff. See, I don't like her looking like that. Come here, Paigey. Here, Paigey girl. Come here. Come here. Come on. She's just got a lot of tears. Come here. Trying to pick you up, girl. Yeah, bigger than me. She's got a lot of hair on her. She would have been cutting everything. But yeah. Tiffany says, I'm sleepy too. It's all the stuff been doing today. Yep. Ken's World of Crafting says hello to everybody. Hi, Ken. How are you? We're just about to wind down. We're on the back end of the sew along at this point. What are you doing? What are you doing? And this is Paige. Her name is Paige. Why are you licking? Don't lick my hands. You trying to look for food. You know, she hasn't even eaten dinner because she don't want her dry food. She wants human food. It's like, nope. She likes the smell of human foods, and she'll sit and watch you eat every bite. Her food's in the bowl. She hasn't eaten. It's been in the bowl since 3:30 she was supposed to eat. So she hasn't had any snacks. See the word? See? No snacks, because you don't eat. You want to go eat? See, we don't perk up for go eat. But you say snack? You want a snack? She perk up for the word snack, though. What are you doing? What are you doing? These comments coming through here fast. Hold on. So she's a beauty. Look at the cutie. She's so cute. Are you trying to get down? You gonna go eat? Or you gonna sit? Okay. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I have to take her to the groomer because my daughter don't believe in brushing nor bathing. And then when she go out of town like she is now, she asked me to keep the dog. So then I make sure she gets to the groomer once a month. And Tiffany talking about woof woof, Paige. She's so sleepy. I don't know why she's so tired. You know, dogs have such a hard life. groom a poodle, but you're too far away. Aw. That's Diane. Nora says, I love dogs. My Bella is here snoring. And she was snoring over on the other side of the my desk. She was over there snoring. Lynette Williams says, I'm still at work. Talk about sleepy, laughing out loud. I'm about to fall out this chair. That is funny. T, I make my own dog food too. Scrambled eggs, including the shells, steamed green beans and sweet potato chunks, and a pound of 93.7 grass-fed beef. Yeah, but I know that like when she's been ill or something or taken to the vet for like upset stomach, they put her on just plain white rice, no and ground beef without any seasoning. So yeah. Darcy says you get the puppy sit. Yep. Except that she's like 10 years old. Darlene says I love dogs. Rose says we had a dog that we could not spell W-A-L-K, but I think it is cause you actually heard the sound of the K when you said walk. Okay. Yep. But she know what a snack is. She does. Eric, you got me laughing so hard. I don't know what, did I miss something Eric said? Let's see if she can read snack. Oh, okay. That's funny. Okay, I missed it. I'm like, what is Eric doing? So that's pretty good. Yeah. June says, I've been up since 3 a.m., babysat until 3 p.m., came home, changed clothes, went to the graduation party. I'm tired finally. Yep. I'm about to get off of here. We got like 4 minutes, and I might just, we gonna go ahead and end this, I think. A home isn't home to me without a dog. That's Diane. And I'm a little bit different about that because I'm like, when I'm getting ready to just up and go, you know, like I forget sometimes I have things to do, and then I have to go ask my husband, can he watch her? Because I don't want to leave her in the car. You know, but she's such a social dog that she likes being around people. So I forget. I don't know if I want a dog, like to have one for myself. Dog sitting's enough. And Darlene says she agreed with Diane. She says, I was deprived of pets as a child. Have to look at the replay. That's Patricia. Yeah. Just did some sewing. My project today was laundry basket quilt sew along that's currently going on. She's at parts 1 through 6. So somebody said there isn't a part 7 tomorrow. So that's great. So it must be parts 1 through 12. And the last part will come out next Saturday. But she still got all the parts up on her blog. Just go to laundrybasketquilts.com and then click on the blog link and you'll get the instructions. They're all there. Hold on. Norbert says, this is my first dog. She's only 8 pounds and fits in a purse. She's real quiet in the bag on my shoulder, so one knows that she's in there in the store. My daughter just takes this dog right on in. And then when they call her on it, about it's a service dog. I said, this dog is service and nothing but you. You need to quit. Her name is Penny. My old ones that passed last year knew outside. Okay, yeah, she knows quite a few words. Cheryl says, good night all, sending warm hugs and blessings. So yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get off tonight. Thank you guys for coming. I'll see you all on Wednesday. Again, I'm going to be probably having a mix of stuff that I've accumulated, some stuff. So we'll do like some kind of a haul. I can't even remember what it all is now. I know I got the cups. I know I got, so I can tell you exactly what it is. I'll look it up. And, some fabric, and then Kevin gave me some fabric. So I know I got a few things. So I will see you all then. Thank you all so much for support tonight, for support all week, and your prayers that have been answered, and Continued prayers is still needed, so that would be appreciated. So thank you guys so much. Everybody stay blessed, be safe, and quilt out. See you guys.